I have potentially won big here. We must talk about this. What's up guys, welcome to Superwise. I'm John, and of course just recently we talked about the news that the Russo brothers are officially coming back to the MCU to direct Avengers 5 and Avengers Secret Wars. But shortly after that article came out, we got more news about how the Russos were not just coming back for those films, that they were sticking around for the long term. And now Daniel RPK has reportedly revealed in what capacity this applies to. So Daniel RPK claims that the Russo brothers will oversee all the MCU projects leading up to Secret Wars, and they are going to be overseeing the upcoming mutant saga. That's the plan, but Marvel Studios and the Russo brothers have to come to an agreement first, which I think is an easy deal. That's gonna go over smoothly. Seeing as the Russos outside of the MCU, it ain't working out. So anyway, the first part of this report is that they're gonna oversee all the MCU projects leading up to Secret Wars, which totally makes sense to me. They have been through the Marvel machine before, and they've done it successfully. Them being established Marvel veterans, giving their notes and finishing touches on scripts, making things cohesive. Yeah, that adds up, and I think it's a good idea. But the second half of this report is even more intriguing, and that is that they will be overseeing the mutant saga, which is supposed to be after Secret Wars, supposed to be taking place during this rumored soft reboot. I mean, this is truly huge news that they're gonna be shepherds and pioneers of this new Marvel universe, rumored, reportedly, that they're going to be handling the MCU X-Men, that they're gonna be handling and overseeing, you know, the mutant arc, which is gonna be, you know, the majority of the storytelling in this new rumored soft reboot. Now, this doesn't automatically mean that they're going to be directing the MCU X-Men reboot, even though it does sound like a possibility at this point. It just means that they're going to be consulting, they're going to be looking at these projects, making sure they're connected, making sure that these projects are of the quality that the X-Men deserve. But ultimately, what I want to focus on and talk about is the possibility that Taron Egerton has a greater chance of playing the MCU Wolverine now. So what am I talking about? Well, I'm talking about how Joe Russo talked to Josh Horowitz about how Taron Egerton absolutely should be playing the MCU Wolverine.
Wolverine.
Yeah.
So there's been talk that you would be perfect. I think you would be amazing in this role. I do want to show you one piece of video because you do have two people that are voting for you that are pretty noteworthy in the Marvel Universe that I spoke to very recently. Can we roll this clip? This is the Joe and Anthony Russo, the directors of Avengers.
Really?
Endgame and Infinity War.
Wow.
I'm just curious. I'm about to talk to Taron Egerton. He's being talked about as potentially the next Wolverine. I mean, I'm sure you guys love Wolverine. What do you think about Taron potentially? Does he fit the bill? Do you have an actor in your mind?
I love Taron. I think Taron is immensely talented. He's an incredible actor. If you saw his portrayal of Elton John, you know. I mean, this is he has an incredible range, and his charisma on screen is fantastic. Somebody asked us a couple of weeks ago in prep for, during early press for Gray Man, if you could pick Chris Evans for one part, what would it be? And we joked and said Wolverine because we knew it would be controversial. But, Taron is truly an actor who should be playing Wolverine. He truly should be. I mean, he's excellent.
Then after Taron hearing Joe say all these things, he commented on the situation and said that he and Joe tried to get things started, tried to find a project together, and it just hasn't worked out yet.
Wow. Joe is going to get a nice gift in the mail.
I'm just trying to inch this forward. I'm just trying to help you out, buddy.
Look, mate, you're a star. Joe's lovely and has always been very, very supportive of me. And actually, we had an amazing weekend at Cannes celebrating Rocket Man, and I spent about 75% of my time of those 3 days getting very, very drunk with Joe Russo. He and I don't know his brother so well actually, but Joe and I have got a lovely friendship and have tried to get a couple of things going that haven't quite worked out, but he's amazing. And that's so lovely. That's really lovely.
The Russo brothers directing a Wolverine movie with Taron in the lead role, yeah, that sounds like it could be the project. The stars are simply aligning. I just think he has a far greater chance now that the Russos have a say, because if they are overseeing the X-Men universe and they're asked, who do you want to see as Wolverine? Who do you think is perfect to carry this on for the next 10 years? Taron is gonna be on that list. as he should. I'm definitely a broken record when it comes to Taron Egerton as Wolverine, but I love the casting so much. I think it's a match made in heaven. I think he is the natural successor to Hugh Jackman. He has Hugh's stamp of approval. He's young enough for the role. He's versatile enough for the role. He's shorter than Hugh, so that's a win. I'm really rooting for him to take on this role. Wolverine is a top 5 favorite superhero for me, and I would just love to see him tackle this. It'd be different and fresh and new in comparison to Hugh, and I want it, man. I want it. If you want my more in-depth thoughts on why it should be Wolverine, check out this video. It'll be tagged at the end of this video. Bottom line, a Taron Egerton-led Wolverine film directed by the Russos. I need it so bad. Overall, with San Diego Comic-Con coming up next week, I think some of this stuff could be announced, like the Russos returning to direct Avengers 5 and 6. Maybe Feige reveals the logo for the MCU X-Men and adds, oh, by the way, the Russos are producing that, or they're overseeing it. Something like that. We'll see how it goes, but it's an exciting future, and it could help Taron Egerton as Wolverine, which I am all for. Anyway, tell me your thoughts in the comments down below. What do you think about the Russos potentially overseeing the mutant saga? Do you think this helps the chances of Taron Egerton as Wolverine? Is that something you want to see? Please make sure to like, share, comment, and subscribe. That'll be all for me. Remember my catchphrase, guys. Stay super wise.